It's okay. It's okay. Everybody calm down. It's all going to be okay. COP26, this massive climate change conference involving some of the leaders from all the countries all over the world, they are going to rescue us. We don't need to worry. They're going to take care of us. So you just relax. It's all going to be okay.
Take the first step towards online privacy. Get NordVPN.
Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich, working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. And in this video, I'm going to be doing a little bit of political commentary. Now, not all of this video is going to be on YouTube, and that's because of the censorship that's exercised by YouTube. So come over and follow me on the other censorship-resistant platforms: 3Speak Online, BitTube.tv, BitTube.video, and Odysee. The video goes up on Odysee first, and then later on it goes on 3Speak and the BitTube channels. Now, I have had a personal growth story myself, right? This whole thing about getting into Bitcoin, it started with me learning about gold and silver, and then I came across Bitcoin, and it's like, what is this? It's just been a succession of one red pill after another, one red pill after another, and ideas that I held sacred have been challenged and questioned. And I'm like, oh, maybe it isn't the way we're being told. So let's look at the climate change. And this article by Richard Littlejohn in one of the British newspapers, I found particularly illuminating. He talks about the hypocrisy that was on show at COP26, where you had these world leaders and these climate change experts and people from big non-governmental organizations flying in on private jets all over the world and then charging their electric cars using diesel generators and eating fine meats while telling us all that, we need to cut down our meat consumption. And he calls them hypocrites. I mean, I think that's just shocking. The fact that Boris Johnson took a private jet to fly from Glasgow down to London and then drove there in a big Range Rover to get to this meeting that he had. And he makes reference to how ministers exempted themselves from the travel ban during lockdown and the need to self-isolate. Photographs of ministers and prime ministers and presidents from other countries at the G7 in Cornwall earlier on this year not wearing masks while we all had to wear masks. He calls that hypocritical. And how the Tories' COP26 champion Alok Sharma has flown to no fewer than 30 countries, never once quarantining on his return to Britain. The author of this article calls that rank hypocrisy. No! He goes on to make the charge that we're no longer to be trusted in how we make our own decisions about what cars we buy, how we heat our homes, where we go on holiday, what we eat, nor even where we live anymore once we reach a certain age. He chides the Tories for giving in to the climate alarm activists, pouring hundreds of millions of pounds into far-left anti-car activism, such as low-traffic neighborhoods and deserted cycle lanes. Doesn't the author understand that the more carbon dioxide that gets produced by human beings through our use of hydrocarbon fuels and by flying around and also by eating meat, because that has methane, which is even worse than carbon dioxide, doesn't he understand that's going to make the earth hotter and hotter and hotter? I mean, just look at this chart, which shows the ratio in red of increasing carbon dioxide going back to 1880, and then the blue line here is the temperature changes. So you can see the world is getting hotter and hotter as there's more and more carbon dioxide being released by human activity. So obviously the entire climatic system of the earth can just be reduced to a simple correlation between carbon dioxide and methane and temperature. That's it. Never mind the sun, never mind the effects of the outer planets, never mind the movement of the crust, never mind how magnetosphere may affect our climate. None of those matter. That's why they're omitted from the general debate, because it's just about greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane and the earth's temperature. There's nothing else at play, nothing else to consider. That's why nobody talks about them. So what you should do, like good little people, is you should ride a bicycle or walk. Don't travel far. You should monitor your CO2 emissions. Everybody will get their own sort of allowance that they're allowed to emit, and there's an app that will be centrally controlled so that the governments can take care of us and make sure that our planet doesn't fry away in a frizzle or a frazzle or whatever it is, right? So that's what you should do. What you definitely shouldn't do is listen to climate change deniers who will talk about other factors, who will suggest that it's some sort of conspiracy in order to take away more liberties and freedom from us, more than they've already done under the COVID lockdowns. Don't listen to them. And do not go and watch the rest of this video on Odysee, where just for the sake of discussion, I will entertain some of those ideas. You'll find the link to that video in the description below.